My good friend Angie Henderson shot a story for me one time after the dockyard in Ingalee had built its first 65-foot vessel. As we arrived to cover the launch of the Ocean's Friend, we had a guy ready to take us out in a small speedboat so we could get a better shot of the boat coming off the slipway and into the water. About 1,000 people stood around watching the launch, and anyone who knows me, I'm very shy, and I'm not really comfortable in front of crowds of people, like now. So I wasn't comfortable walking through that many people and having the focus on me, but once the camera started running, I would be fine. But for now, everyone was watching me climb aboard the boat, and I was a bundle of nerves. As I stepped on the wood on the slipway to get in the small boat, I didn't realize that it was covered in seal's grease. I should have known better. I had been around slipways before, and I knew they were greased to help the boat slide into the water. But in some misguided attempt to be nonchalant getting in the boat, I made what I thought was a confident little jump up. But instead of blending in with the crowd, I slipped on the greasy surface, and I fell right over the slipway and into the water. Do you remember that? The NTV microphone went flying. Angie lunged to catch me, but only managed to snag the back of my coat. Thankfully, she was holding the camera, and she pulled the microphone by the attached cord so it didn't go in the water with me. The water was low enough that I didn't have to worry about drowning anyway, but I did have to worry about appearing on camera in about 5 minutes, covered in black seal's grease from head to toe, drenched and chilled from the cold water. I didn't have time to change. The new boat would be launched whether I was ready or not. Never one to let a bit of drenched clothes, damaged ego, and greasy hands get in the way of a story, I proceeded to climb in the speedboat and carry on with the shoot. Thank God Angie was there to share in my humiliation. All we could do was laugh. As did the 1,000 onlookers once they realized I hadn't been hurt. As Angie filmed me with the boat launching in the background, she just made sure not to get my grease-covered hands in the shot. A few years later, Dad and I were in line at the DFO office in St. Anthony, and the owner of the Ocean's Friend, Dave Castle, was behind us. As Dad chatted with him, he asked Dave if he had met me, to which he replied with a grin, "Yes, boy, I know Sabrina. She's the one who fell over the slipway." So that's how I'm known in Ingalee.
Springtime, over a glass of wine, we took a walk down by the seaside. You said, "I'm gonna make you mine," and I tried to resist him, but my heart was on fire. By the time that I kissed him, the flames were just too high, too damn high. And then one summer's day, he swept me away. We made love in the South Carolina rain. South Carolina rain. I knew we'd never be the same, and there was nothing left to say. Sometimes I sit and wonder if he'll ever come back to me, 'cause we made more than love that night. I guess it wasn't meant to be. I wasn't meant to be in the South Carolina rain. South Carolina. come back here. And I hoped that he would too. Happy, happy birthday, baby. I'm still waiting here for you. I'm waiting here for you in the South Carolina rain. South Carolina rain. I knew we'd never be the same, but there was nothing left to say.
Thank you.